Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm showing you how to create an anti-gravity field in Unreal Engine 5 with C++. So as you can currently see, I'm showcasing it using a small little assault course I've created. So this is what we'll be creating in this video. So let's jump straight in. Right, so the first thing we're doing now is creating the project. So we've clicked on games, then we want to click on first person, then click on C++, and then the project name, we're going to call it AGF anti-gravity field. Perfect, let's create that. Perfect, the project has been created. Let's go to all C++ classes, AGF, and in here we're going to create a new C++ class. Scroll all the way to the bottom on common classes. Unreal interface. I'm going to create an interaction interface. Let's create that class. Perfect, that class has been created. So what we're going to do is create two functions. First one, so I'm going to have a U function. It's going to be blueprint callable blueprint native event. It's going to be called void on start interact. And it's going to pass through one parameter. That's going to be AGF. It's going to be character. Pass through the character. It's going to be a pointer, but we need to forward declare the character. Make that a pointer, there we go. That's going to be character. Perfect, just like that. Let's copy this whole function, paste there, and we'll change this to on end interact when we've ended the interaction. Perfect. Now I've created that. We also need to go back into Unreal Engine because that's the interface done. And what we're going to do here is right click, create a new C++ class, and it's going to be an actor. And this actor is going to be called anti-gravity field. Perfect, just like that. I'm going to create that actor. Perfect, that class has been created. We want to add in the interface to this class, so public up here, interaction interface. So we're adding that in. So here in protected, we can add the on start methods. So there's the first one, and underneath that we need the on end interaction implementation. Perfect. Now we want to create some components for this class. So U property, this will be edit anywhere, blueprint read write. Perfect. This is going to be a T object pointer of type U scene components. So scene component. Perfect. We want that again, but we also want meta equals allow private access. I'm going to equal that to true. Perfect. Now we want a T object pointer again, and this is going to be U static mesh component. I'll call this box mesh because we want to put like the nice material on it that we have that you've seen at the start. This is what we use in the box mesh. The box mesh will have no collision now. We want another U property exactly the same as the one above. It's auto done it for us. And here we want T object pointer, and this is U box component. So this is the collision box, or declare, and it's going to be called box collision. Perfect. Now let's create these two functions. So hover over them, right click, generate definitions, and okay. Perfect, just there. Now in the constructor at the top, what we need to do is need to get scene component, equal that to create default subobject, and this will be U scene component just here, and then we want the text to be in here like that, and then we'll just type in scene component. That's perfect, just like that. And root component is going to be equal to scene component like it says there. Perfect. Next we're creating the box mesh. I'm going to equal that to create default subobject. It's done it for us as it's seen at the top, so it's auto done it for us. And this will be set up attachment as well, and that's going to be to the scene component. Perfect. Underneath box mesh here, we do want to get box mesh. We're going to do set collision enabled, and we want e-collision enabled, and this is going to be no collision. That's perfect. So we don't want no collision on the box, it's just for our material to make the box look kind of nice. Perfect. And the last thing we're making is the box collision, and we're going to do create default subobject. I'm just going to copy them because constantly typing. We just need to change this to U box component, just like that, and change the name and the text here. So that's what I'll show in your blueprints. And here we need to set up attachment to box mesh. No, sorry, scene component, sorry. It also did it to that one. Perfect. Now on start interact implementation, we need if is valid character. So the character is getting passed through. We need to go on this and right click and include definition for character. And inside of here, we need to get if U character movement component. I'm going to make it a pointer and call it move comp, the movement component. And then we're going to get it to equal get character movement, just like that. Perfect. And then inside of here, what we're going to do is set the move component and have gravity scale here set to 0. So we can start floating, 0.0f we'll put. That's perfect. We need another if statement because we need a primitive component. So U primitive component. This is going to be a pointer as well and called it prim component, just like that. And it'll be equal to cast U primitive component get root component of the character, just like that. And in here, we're just going to do prim component set enabled gravity. And this is going to be true. No, sorry, false. There we go. Perfect. We can kind of copy and paste that and change it for the one below. Just like that. That's perfect. Actually, we can put this in a function because this is duplication of code. So what we can do here, let's create a function. It's going to be a new function. And it's going to be called void enable gravity. And what this is going to do, it's going to pass through the character. So character gets passed through those functions. And I'm going to pass through all be gravity on. Just like that. Perfect. Let's create that. So we can have all of this code in here, put it inside there, and we can call the function instead. So if we want to turn the gravity on, we just do a cheeky little if gravity on, we can put that, and then else we're going to have basically the same, just like that, but we're setting it back to 1.75. Perfect. And then here, what we can do, and we can do exactly the same for this one here. We'll do else, and this one will be true. Just like that, saves doing duplication of code. Inside of onStarts, and just call that function. Enable gravity, passing through the character. Obviously we're double checking if it's still valid because it's getting passed through there. And we'll do and passing through true. We can get rid of that code. So we can do exactly the same there on this one, but pass through false. So when it's false, it'll be 1.75, set it back to that, and gravity is back to being enabled. So perfect. That is the gravity field done. Let's jump in character.h, and in here we need a begin play, and we also need an overlap and end overlap function. These are the ones I'm taking off the character that we inherit from, but I'm going to copy and paste these in. If you want to pause the video and type them out, you can do, but I'm not going to go out through typing these all out because it'll take too long, and I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm going to create these three functions. Let's create them. Perfect. I've started up here, but that's fine. So the first thing we need here is get capsule components, and we need to do on component begin overlap dot add unique dynamic. We need to pass through this, and then we need to pass through the function, so on overlap. So we can duplicate that, but it's going to be end overlap. Perfect. And this one's going to be end overlap. Looks perfect. Now inside of here we need to do, and so if we've hit something, we need to check if it implements the interface. So what we can do, other actor, get class, and then we can do implements interface, and then we check if it implements the U interaction interface static class. And if it does, then what we can do is call I interaction interface, and we'll call on start interact, and we'll pass through other actor. That's the one we're collided with, and then we're passing through this, which was the parameter we put in, which was the character on the interface. So we're passing through that character. Perfect. But we need to do, sorry, I've just realized it's supposed to be execute on start interact. Perfect. Now for on end overlap, it's exactly the same basically, but all we're changing is the on start to on end. That looks perfect. Now let's go into Unreal Engine, live code, and create the class. Perfect, live coding was complete. Let's find the anti-gravity field right here. Create blueprint class based on anti-gravity field. We'll do that. I'm going to call it BP underscore anti-gravity field. Creating that just in the content folder. For some reason it's opened up tiny there. Perfect, we've got it there. In here, we're going to have a cube. Just standard cube. Compile because I want to put material in it. I'm just going to use a default material I found. It's called frame material, and doesn't look too bad there. That'll do. It's quite see-through when you see it in the game, but we need to increase the size of this box collision. So let's change it to that one. So about it's on scale of 444. That looks perfect. That's all done there. But now we need to add it into the world. So let's put it straight in front of the player. Let's test it out. We do float when we're inside it. Perfect. So let's see if we can get up onto this ledge using this anti-gravity field. Here we go. Perfect. It gets us up onto a ledge. This is perfect for games if you want to try and like traverse around areas with anti-gravity fields. Perfect. What we could have inside it now is potentially a nice little post-process. So let's go back into C++ and add a post-process component to our anti-gravity field. So in anti-gravity field.h, I'm going to duplicate this whole thing here. Control D, move it down, and we're going to change this to U post-process component just there. We'll declare that. I'm going to call this post-process component just like that. And we need to add it in the CPP like we do up here. So let's copy this. Just going to duplicate. I'm just going to change it also post process component, Control C. I'm going to do it there. So it's post process component. Let's include the definition. I want the name as just the same over there. Control V, perfect. And we're setting up the attachment to be the box collision, perfect. Now inside of enable gravity, we don't want it in enable gravity, we just need it inside of on start. So we can do and is valid post process component, perfect. And in here we can do, I think if the control P, I've got post process component there, perfect. And we can do settings dot be override. And what do we want? Color gamma we want to override. Underscore color gamma. It's got to be here somewhere. Just there, I'm going to equal that to true. And then underneath we need the same again, post process. We need to do settings dot color gamma. Just there like that. I'm going to equal this to a f vector 4 we want. And inside of here we want 1. Oh, actually what color do we want it? Can we maybe go for like a green? So 0.f, 0.f. Keep it all like that all the way through. It's just auto-done it for us, and change the Z to 1, which will be the green. And the last one will be the alpha. That's perfect. We also need to do post-process component again, and we need to do be unbounded and equal that to false. Perfect, just there. Last but not least, we want blend radius. I'm going to equal that to 10. Perfect. Let's go back on live code and test this out. Live coding was complete. Got the post-process component in there. Perfect. Let's test it out. So when we run in it, we should know we're in it. Ooh. Let's change that a little bit. An f vector 4, we want to change it to 1. Let's try 0.6 because I've had it on the previous project. This is 0.2. I think this gives an little orange effect. Live coding dead quick, and I'll show you how it looks. Live coding was complete. I just want to say I apologise. The last one was not alpha, it was luminance. I do apologise. I've just realised, as I said, it was not alpha, it was luminance. Anyway, so let's test it out. It should be maybe all orangey, so you can tell you're inside it. That looks cool. What I'm going to do now is just show you a quick little assault course you could make. So yeah, I'll see you in a moment. Perfect. Right, I've created a small little assault course here, just showcasing the anti-gravity field. So you can jump into it and get up into ledges you wouldn't normally be able to get on. So obviously I can only jump this high. On this last one, if I jump inside of it, I've got to the very top. So this will probably be perfect for any games that you're making, you want to do high ledges, or you can unlock an anti-gravity field. But yeah, hopefully you liked this video. If you did like it, please leave a like, really helps the channel. Leave a comment if you want me to add anything extra, or you'd like me to try and create something. I'm always open to new ideas. Also, if you could subscribe, that would massively help. If you don't want to, that's completely fine. It's totally up to you. But yeah, hope you have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye.